Hi everyone. Happy Thursday, Insta fam. What's happening? I hope you guys are doing well. Hi. Give me your one-word check-ins. You guys know the drill. Hi everybody. Hello, hello. So good to see everybody. Hi. Hi Bruce, glad you're back. Hi David. Hi Chantel. Hi Adrian. What's going on? Hi, Sherry and Steve. Bruce, you're tired? Oh, I know, it's Thursday. I'm here to give you some energy tonight, okay? Because I'm energetic. You guys know that. You're hopeful. Sherry's hopeful. I love it. Peace, Leah. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Joe. What's going on, everybody? I love my phone is saying Smart Dating Academy has started a video. Hi, Angela. Hi, Dee Dee. You're feeling enthusiastic. Hi, UK. Hi, smiles from me, 7. You're feeling positivity. You guys, I love this. Lots of good words. Everybody send good energy to all of you guys. Wow. Hi, Jane. Hi, I'm seeing some new names. Hi, everyone. Hello, Bruce, you're working hard, 12 hours a day. I'm with you. Hi, Mamtha. 1 a.m. in the UK. Everyone in the UK, give it up for across the pond. I love it. You guys, the InstaFam's going international. Chantel, you're glowing because you have a date. Hi, Amy. Look, she's new. Hi. Hi, Pam. Hey, everybody. You guys, my mom told me she's going to join again. She loved it. So she gets to see me chatting and chat with you. And she's like, Bella, if they're your Insta fam, then they're my family too. So hi, Dawn. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to see all of my pals. What's going on? Does anybody want to give me their own one-word check-in? Inspire everybody? Did anybody have a victory this week? Anybody have a good date? Anybody have good dates? Anybody do their first video date? Anybody? Bruce began FaceTiming with a nice lady. I love that. Okay. Anybody else have good things to report for this week? I know some of you are going on dates, and I know who you are, and I'm going to give you hugs and kisses towards that. Today is very special. Do you guys see what my earrings say? Can you see this? They say love. Look at this. Angela had a good date. Tiger Balm had a good date. You guys, it's in the air. Love is in the freaking air. Like, I'm telling you, it's coming to get you. I see Bianca setting up a couple of dates. Everybody's having dates. Oh my God, you guys. You want those earrings? Yay. Actually, I know. I did buy a couple because I do have some to give away to you guys. So I'll tell you more about that at the end of the Insta Live. Tap, tap. I chose to love myself more. I love that. Share your secrets with us. How are you loving yourself more? And Brittany had an awkward video chat with someone you match with online. Here's to awkward video dates. Woohoo! Great dates. We talk 3 hours at a time. That's a lot, Bruce. Good for you. Chantel has a sushi date after the IG Live tonight, you guys. She DM'd me saying, I'm going on a date, but after your live. So everyone give her. You had an amazing birthday date, Carmgo15. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. You got asked on a date, Mars 78738. Got asked on a date 5 minutes ago, and he lives 5 miles away. Woohoo! I love that. Adrian, I talked with the gentleman my cousin introduced me to. We will see. Oh my gosh. Thank you. My hair is spectacular tonight. God bless you. Okay. I was thinking I was having a bad hair day. I love that. Thank you for that. I did get a manicure for you guys though, because my nails look so janky, and I did go blue, and I took Jaden with me tonight, my daughter, because she really wanted to get a manicure, so we had a little date at 5:30 tonight because I didn't want to come in with yucky nails for you guys. So Bruce, your friend set you up. You guys, I'm loving this. Everybody's has good news this week. I'm so psyched. Looks good, your hair. Thanks, Donna. Appreciate that. So you guys, I wish this was a call where I could see all of you. It would make it so much nicer. Than just chatting with you, because you guys get to see me, but I don't get to see you. So you love blue nail polish. I love blue nail polish too. So I always kind of time it like, okay, do I have to do a TV segment where it would clash with what I'm going to wear? No. So I did blue. Thanks, Bruce. I'm sure you always look great too. Cheers. I know I don't have my wine yet. You guys, this is not even at all contrived. Look who's walking in. Do you want to say hi to all your friends? Look who's here with the wine.
Hey, everybody.
Look who's here.
And we got
the love of my life, the life of my love. Julie, you got ghosted after your third date. That sucks. You know what? His loss. Remember, imagine him, shake his hand, and say, peace out. Glad you only wasted 3 hours of my life. Not 3 weeks, not 3 months, and not 3 years. Goodbye. Because remember, you want someone to like you a little bit more than you like him. So he's out. So you know what? Forget about that. So look at how all the highs you're getting.
See, I like her just a little bit more than she likes me. That's kind of how this works. So there we go.
Oh my God. Okay, we could take a poll. I wish I could poll on here. Who likes who more? Does Andy like Bella more or Bella like Andy more? That's actually funny. Hi, Nick. Hi, everyone. Look at, you're so famous. You're so popular. Everybody loves you.
See, it's almost the end of the summer. We got to keep the energy up. Don't let the summer go down slow. Keep it going.
Keep it going. Bella. Okay, I'm not sure if I like Andy more, Bruce, or you think Andy likes me more, but we're just going to take Bella. There's these weird fruit fly-y things all over. Why? Oh, here's a question. Kate, why do we want someone to like us a little bit more? Oh, Chantel said Andy likes Bella more. Chantel, girl, cheers to you. Absolutely, right? Andy's doing his job. He's dancing in the corner, you guys. If you could see him like wiggling they might want to see you dance. I don't know if they do actually. So your mother-in-law is on and she says, hi, Andrew. Okay, I will. Now, Max, come here. Show everyone your cast. He's rolling his eyes. Just come say hi really quick, because then I have some important things to talk to my Insta-fam about. Here comes Max. Okay, Andy advice segment. Keep summer. I love it. Say hi. These are all adults. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm not.
Okay, show me your cast. Max got a cast. Yes, I did. I signed his cast as well. So how many weeks do we have in it?
September 9th.
September 9th, hopefully. So do you have anything you want to say? No? He's so embarrassed that I pulled him in. So yes, that was our last Thursday, 2 hours before the Insta Live. So I'm really glad that you guys are doing well. Lots of dates going on. I hope if you guys have other cool things to update our Insta fam around. Carmen, that's your name. I knew that. I forgot that. Okay. Let us know. Good news. Let us know if you need a little love. Everybody will throw their hearts up at you. Could you comment on the Kate question? I'm curious too. Why do we want somebody that likes us a little bit more than we like them? Because when somebody likes you, Lindsay and I always say 51-49. And it's not like 90-10, right? It's if the person you're with likes you just a smidgen more, they're going to take really good care of you and cherish you and adore you, right? They're going to bring you wine, right, on your Thursday nights. They'll come in and support your Instagrams, but I'm just giving you examples. But that's the kind of thing when, you like each other, and it's hard to measure who likes who more, right? It's kind of, but you get my drift, and that you want someone that cherishes you, adores you, has your back, and will always be there for you. Yes, it does switch from time to time. I think you're exactly right. Sometimes he likes me more, sometimes I like him more. It really depends. Probably changes on an hourly basis, wouldn't you say? He's not listening to me. He's doing something else. So 51-51, I like that. So when somebody likes you, and remember, we're out there to find people that are gonna make life easy with us. It's gonna be fun and juicy and hot and loving, and it feels really safe, right? That's what you want. Yeah, someone who makes it really easy. Kevin is looking for the perfect dating app. Any suggestions? Kevin, there's over 2,500 dating apps and sites that are out there. My suggestion to you is try a big one depending on where you live. A lot of guys like Bumble because the women have to reach out first. If you are a guy looking for women, I don't know. So if that's you, maybe give Bumble a try. Okay, I'm seeing some love for Bumble in the comments. Yep, lots of people saying Bumble. So definitely give that a try and see how it goes, and give yourself a 30-day strategy, right? But don't be on any more than 2 apps at the same time, because otherwise you get dating fatigue. It feels like all you're doing is dating because you have to check this app and you have to check that app. So yeah, just you're from Chicago, then definitely try Bumble. So definitely do that. That's what I would tell you. Give that a try, see how it goes for 4 weeks, and then you can always switch it up. You can always use another one. So I hope that answered your question, and I hope you guys know why I say the person should like you a little bit more than you like them, because it's just nicer that way. But again, not 90-10. You want 49-51. So yeah, Bumble's great. Yep, Chantel, Hinge is great. I think I've told you the story of Nancy Holla, the podcaster of Sherry and Nancy. They've got millions of downloads on their podcast. Nancy came and worked with Smart Dating Academy and me and Lindsay, and she is getting married to someone. In fact, her wedding was supposed to be in 2 weekends, and I was supposed to go to her wedding outside of Seattle, but she had to postpone it till next year because of COVID. But you guys, I do want you to know that there is love in the air, and I tell you these good stories simply because I want you to know. I know so many people think, I don't know if it's ever going to happen for me. Every single person that I've worked with thought at some point it'll never be me. Going to a client's wedding this weekend. She was going to have a big wedding, and she lives in Chicago. She's a physician, and she did not want to cancel her wedding because of COVID. She met her fiance on Match, and she worked with us. I can't remember if it was 6 months or a year. And they are getting married, and they're getting married in a suburb of Chicago called Evanston. No, they met on Match. And they're getting married in their front yard. So Lindsay and I are going to be at their wedding Zoom, and get this, my photographer, my makeup artist are doing her makeup. So it's super full circle. And just know that I want the next person that I'm going to be talking about their wedding to be you. Okay, so I'm spreading my juju. I'm spreading my love earrings out to you guys. Absolutely. Once Brandy MB, yes, once you find love, you can come and work for me. I get propositioned by clients a lot like, Bella, if I find someone, can I come and work for you? I'm like, abso-freaking-lutely. If you get the pace of this, you're positive, you love helping people, you find love using our process, yes, you can be a date coach for me. And it is kind of the best job in the world, because we get to do all sorts of fun things and lift people up gently when they're down, and then be their cheerleaders when they're up, right? So Bumble is free. It doesn't cost anything. So it is a free app. Although if you want to boost or do certain features on it, you have to pay, and they change it every day. So that's what I would tell you. But get excited, you guys. Love is in the air. My client Karen is getting married. She's actually on our website. So if you want to look at our website, go to smartdatingacademy.com. There's a little tab called Inspiring Stories. And if any one of you, InstaFam, gets married, you need to be an inspiring story for us, right? And then you're going to send me your story, and I'm going to put it up on the site, because I want you to find the lid to your pot. Joe, that's so funny. You said ready for my lid. I just said lid to your pot. So guess what? Love is coming for you. Love is coming for all of you guys. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about, we know that every one of you in the InstaFam is going to find love, right? I know it, you know it, we all know it, okay? And so we're manifesting the perfect man or the perfect woman. They're going to be high GHQ or high GWQ. That means good husband qualities for you new people and good wife qualities, whatever it is you're looking for. And even if you're not getting married, it doesn't matter to me. I use the word husband and wife for long-term committed partner. So we know that love is coming for you guys, right? Because we are psychotically optimistic. And we know that love will come to us. It's a when, not an if. And you are soaking in these Insta sessions. Lots of you are working with us. You know love is going to come your way. So what I want to do is fast forward today. We usually talk a lot about dating tips. And, and I've got a lot of questions from you guys this week about dating. But what I wanted to talk about is once you do find that person, because you will find that person, even you, Kevin, you don't think you're going to get married. Okay, that's fine if you don't get married, but you're going to find the lid to your pot, that all of you are going to find that. I want to manifest out, like now we've met this person, right? Close your eyes and it's healthy, it's happy, it's easy, it's fun, it's romantic, it's exciting, it's all of those things, right? So you guys are all closing your eyes, you're all feeling the love and the manifestation that I'm giving to you guys, right? So being positive is number one. And if you don't feel like love exists for you or love is going to be out there for you, then you have your foot on the brake is what I call it. So even if I'm pushing on your gas pedal, if you've got your foot on the brake pedal, the car ain't going to move, right? So you have to get rid of, we have to work on those negative beliefs that I see, right? Be positive. You guys are all smart dating InstaFam, right? We are positive. We know love is going to come to us because it's, again, if you have negative beliefs, if you believe love isn't going to come to you, that online dating sucks, that your area sucks, that there's no good people out there, even if I take your foot and if I put my foot on the gas pedal of your car, if your foot is on the brake, what's going to happen? We're not going to get much momentum, are we? So we have to think about what we're thinking about dating and love. Truly, honestly, sincerely, look at it, write it down, and we've got to do what we call a thought reversal. If you have negative thoughts, and you guys know last week we talked all about talking to yourself in a positive way, healing the inner child. How do we talk to ourselves? This is so important, you guys, because it's what gives you the longevity. And it's what gives you, dating is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And if you don't believe all of these things to be true, it's gonna be really hard. Just think about my analogy. I can put my foot on the gas pedal and work with you, but if your foot's on the brake, we're not gonna get anywhere. So you've gotta figure out what's keeping your foot on the brake. Is it, there's no good people left, there's only narcissists left, my picker's broken, I'll never pick the right person, I'm too old, I've never been married, nobody wants me, I'm too heavy, I'm too damaged, I'm too short, whatever those things are, that is foot on the brake pedal. Okay, so let's take our feet off the brake pedal today. Are we hear that? Okay, yeah. Okay, if your foot's off the brake pedal, give us an emoji, give us a heart. So, and tell me that I've now put you into a mode of positivity and psychotic optimism for tonight. Good. I see a thumbs up. Angela, thanks for leading the pack. So, Preacher Bela is out here to give you positivity. LOL, too tall. I love it. Right, we're too tall. We're too short. We're all of the above. I tell, like if I dated online, like so many people do, the average woman starts her height search at 5'10", right? Why? I don't know. And only 12% of men in the US are over 6 feet tall. If I would have put those in for online dating, I would have never met my husband. My husband is 5'6" on a big hair day. Okay, 5'6" on a big hair day. He wouldn't meet most of my clients' height criterion, and yet everybody loves him. We're talking about you and how you're 5'6" and your height. And see, right? And everybody loves Andy, right? It's just online dating with these kinds of things that we think to ourselves. I'm too short. I'm too tall. I'm too this. I'm too that. All of that, right? So everybody says you look so much taller. He's perfect. See, Kevin, you're 6'5". All right, Kevin, that's going to play to your strength. That's going to be really good for you with online dating. But in any case, I digress. You guys know I do that because creative people, our brains go in 17 different directions. But I always do come back to the salient point, which is we're manifesting this great lid to our pot. You just haven't met him yet. That's right, Pam. And he's out there. So this is hilarious. Kathy Byrne, I'm 5'12", so it's difficult to find taller men. Kathy Byrne, Nancy Holla is 6 feet tall, and she met the lid to her pot on Hinge, who's exactly her height or maybe just a touch shorter. So that's what I would tell you. There are lids to your pot all over the place out there. Get excited. So, okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is 7 ways, once you find that relationship, right? Because now we have it in our minds and we know the person's out there. How are we going to keep that relationship fun, right? You guys know Andy and I have been married for 23 years. We were married as children, truly, and literally right out of school. But how do you keep your relationship happy, fun, exciting, hot, whatever you want to call it, right? The number one, I've got 7 things that I want to quickly go over about 7 ways to keep your relationship hot, fun, exciting, whatever you want to call it. The first thing I want you to write down is gratitude, okay? Once you meet this person and we start dating them and we've been dating them, and I know all of you have been in relationships, right? Even though you're not in one right now, you know, it could have been 6 months, could have been a year, could have been 20 years, whatever it is, right? And look at what happens long term is we forget about the good things and we focus on the little things that annoy us, right? Andy and I are both guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. And I know you guys in relationships are probably the same, but ultimately what keeps you happy in your relationship fresh and fun is gratitude, okay? And looking at the good things that your partner does for you, and for you guys, what your partner will do for you, okay? And here's a little list that I made about what I'm grateful for Andy, right? And these bullets just come out of me. He brings me coffee every morning in a great mug, and I collect mugs, and he always finds a good one. Not only that, but he brings it up 3 flights of stairs to where our room is in our house. I'm grateful that he wakes up happy most days. I'm grateful that he loves my job and supports me in every way. I'm grateful that he brings home beautiful flowers for no reason, not necessarily for me, but because he likes flowers too. And I'm grateful that he's really kind to my parents, my brother, my sister-in-law, and he loves for the sake of loving, and he loves his family as he loves my own. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for all of those things, and I keep those things in mind because after 23 years of marriage, right, you can start to be like, oh my God, I'm going to kill him, right? And he will do the same to me. But putting your mind back in that space of gratitude, right? And we think sometimes gratitude is like, you know, I'm grateful for my glass of wine, I'm grateful for the good blueberries, I'm grateful for my health. But what are you grateful for with regards to the people around you, and especially your partner? And keeping that lens of positivity will keep you in a good frame of mind, and really at the end of the day your relationship will be really good in large part because of the way that you're looking at it and the way that you're coming to it. And yeah, Bruce, yeah, we do have 3 flights of stairs, and he brings that sucker up every day because he gets up a little bit earlier than me. He's a total morning person, and I've become a morning person. I used to be a night person. So he totally has a big heart. And so I'm very grateful, and that helps me to not get into, and this, and, you know, I'm going to skip around here, and I'm going to say, and the second point I'll make is staying grateful avoids point number 2, which is the negativity bias, right? My mom says I call him Andrew Gandhi. So funny, right? We're hijacking Andy Anacone to Andy Gandhi. But yes, he's so kind to my family and generous and accepts everybody, and doors are wide open at all times to all of them. So, right, you're getting highs, Mom. So the second point I wanted to say is avoiding that negativity bias. Long term, as we get into relationships with people, the little things start to irk us, and our brains are wired to go negative and to look for what's wrong and to look for what's bad, because our brains ultimately want to keep us safe. right? And that's the job of our reptilian brain, to keep us safe. But when we get into that negativity bias and we look for what's wrong, how does it make us feel? It makes us feel crappy. It makes us feel irritated with our partners. It makes us look for what's wrong. It makes us grumpy. It makes us mean. We can say mean things. We can behave in snappy, grumpy ways, right? So that avoiding the negativity bias it's part of human nature. We're all wired that way. So don't beat yourself or shame yourself for feeling that, but staying in that space of gratitude mindfully. I am telling you, we both do this on a daily basis. Like, we get into that space of gratitude so that we don't let the negativity bias take over. We are not perfect by any means. We fight, we goof up, we do all of the above. I don't think there is a perfect relationship out there, but when you have two people that are committed to making it work, you can stay in the positive and out of the negative. And when you feel like somebody is looking at through their negativity bias lenses, gently bring them back to the positive, right? And so, and there are times where, words of affirmation aren't his thing. He's acts of service, right? He'll bring me the coffee. He'll pour me the wine. And there are times where I want him I'm like, do you see what I do? Like, tell me the nice words. And he's like, of course, you're amazing. You're a great mom. You're a great, I'm like, can you just tell me what you feel, what's in your heart, because I would like to hear them. And even after this many years, our love languages are different, and I ask for it, and it's okay to stay out of that negativity bias, right? Think about what you need and be okay. You want to be with someone where you can use your voice, where the person isn't going to rage or get volatile or angry at you or storm out for expressing your needs. You want someone who is going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. I had no idea that was important to you. Yes, done. I will do that. I will change it. So it's all possible when you're with the right person. So the third thing is letting go of your resentments, closely related to the negativity bias, right? And it's, if you have a chip on your shoulder because your partner doesn't help in the kitchen, or they don't put the seat up, or all of these things, ultimately unhappiness comes because of unmet expectations. You were thinking, my partner should be doing this, right? And so a lot of the expectations that you have about what your partner isn't doing are your problem. They're not your partner's problem, right? So resentment leads to angry behavior, leads to unkind words. And when we let those things build up, that's when we have problems. And expecting your partner to be perfect all the time and do things exactly as you would, that's a misplaced expectation, right? When you have misplaced expectations, that will lead to unhappiness, right? So absolutely. Chantel, do you get the love language book? Honestly, if you want, just Google Gary Chapman Love Languages Summary, and you can read it and then decide if you want to read the whole book. So many people have read the summary because it's pretty intuitive, and that's actually a real compliment to the book because it's so intuitive that you can summarize what he says in a page and go there. Oh, my best friend Winnie from high school's on. Winnie, hi. You can take the free quiz. That's exactly right, for love languages. So you can do all of those things. So letting go of your resentments and resetting your expectations, right? If something annoys you and if the seat's up, put the seat down, okay? Don't expect people to do something exactly your way, right? So that is exactly, and staying away from negativity one step at a time. That's amazing. I'm so glad to hear you say that. So the fourth thing is get physical, okay? And I'm not just talking about having sex and that kind of being physical, right? But in a sense, the kind of physicality that makes you feel emotionally close, which is especially important for women, right? To feel physically close to someone and to feel attracted, we have to feel like we're emotionally in a good place if it's a healthy relationship. So one of the easiest things that you can do is reincorporate those little physical gestures. And my big secret, do any of you guys remember what it is? The 30-second hug, right? Hug each other for 30 seconds. And you can practice this with, I don't know if you want to hug a friend for 30 seconds. I do it with my kids. My Max now calls it the juicy hug. He's like, I'm going to come in and give you a juicy hug, 30-second hugs, and you get that oxytocin flowing. And it's like, and he called it, when he was little, he called it a melty hug because it feels like you melt into each other. And he would sit on my lap, and now he's too big to sit on my lap. Actually, he does sometimes. But you can do those even with your kids. I love 30-second hugs. It just feels safe and warm and inviting. So practice the 30-second hugs. Obviously, not with somebody you've just met. I know it's not socially distanced, right? Not even probably with the mask. So I love that. Sadie's Soul Hearts. I'm a hug collector. I totally love that. So 30-second hugs, and heck, if you can't do 30 seconds, do a 10-second hug, do a 15-second hug. I talked about this on Good Morning America last summer because I couldn't go this summer for the Summer of Love, but I did the Gwyneth Paltrow thing. But I was there for 3 days last summer, and I was talking to Amy Robach, and she's married to Andrew Shue, who, when I was in college, Melrose Place, and Andrew Shue was like such a heartthrob, and that is her husband. And she loved the idea of 30-second hugs to keep her marriage on and happy. I was like, dang, you're married to Andrew Shue. You don't need to do any of these things because you're just married to Andrew Shue. But no, I'm just kidding. She really did, and said she was going to start doing 30-second hugs. Hi, Arlene. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so that's point 4. 5, 6, and 7. Number 5, when those inevitable arguments happen, de-escalate. Okay, what does that mean? We practice this in our house a lot. It's hard to do when you start going to those bad places. And you guys can do this even with family members, even with friends. When you start to go down those old rabbit holes where you know how to push each other's buttons, right? It could be siblings, it could be your parents, it could be your kids, your friends, your nephews, your nieces. Once you start to go down that and you know those buttons are pushed and you're like, war is going to start, somebody gets to call stop. And what stop does, it's like boxers taking their gloves off and going back to their corners, right? You take a break. So you cool off for a minute. And de-escalating conflicts in romantic relationships and all relationships in general is so useful because one of the worst things we can do is use nasty words. I call them knives. They're knives. Words don't go away. When somebody's cruel, it's a stab wound. You might get a scar, it'll heal, but that scab and that scar is always there. And if you are one of those people that can tend to hurl words really easily, it will hurt the people around you. So you want to take care of yourself to de-escalate, to stop yourself. When I find myself doing this, I'm like, you guys, I'm going to peace out of this conversation. Let's all go back to our rooms. And yes, that's exactly right, Bianca. Death by 1,000 paper cuts or death by stab wounds, right? Depending on how bad the words are. And go back to your corners. And cooler heads will prevail. 20 to 30 minutes, you'd be shocked at how low the amplitude of your argument will get. It's truly amazing. I see somebody saying you should be a marriage counselor too. It's funny. I was at an event and the former mayor, Rahm Emanuel, was there, and he said to me, you should start a Smart Marriage Academy because all us married people need a lot of help too. So it is so funny. Yes, Kathy, that's right. It's in Gottman's research as well. De-escalation. It is focusing on the positive. If you guys don't know who John Gottman is, he is he's probably the world's most foremost researcher on marriages. He's the guy that says he can look at a couple and he asks them one question. He'll say, what's something that you're struggling with in your marriage? And just by watching these people for 3 to 5 seconds, he can predict with 95% certainty who will get divorced and who will make it. And John Gottman has a great book called The 7 Secrets to a Happy Marriage. I have it on my shelf. We read it, and so much of it talks about the number of positive interactions to negative interactions. Most couples that are reasonably happy have 5 positive interactions to every 1 negative interaction. Very strong relationships have 20 positive interactions to one negative one. So keeping things positive, right? And that will lead me into my next point, number 6, being kind. Always be kind to each other. Keep away from those bad words as much as you can. And I know that it sounds airy-fairy and it sounds hard. And guess what? It is hard. It is work to stay in that place of kindness and that stay in that place of gratitude, especially after so many years. And when people say marriage is work, it's that kind of work. But when you're with a good person, it makes that work not soul-sucking or one-sided work. You both need to do the work together. But always be kind. Even when your partner pushes your buttons, try not to go down. De-escalate. Go back to your corner. And what's really important when you de-escalate is to say, I'm not walking out of this argument. Let's de-escalate. Let cooler heads prevail, and let's come back to this and discuss it when we're all feeling better. You don't just spin around on your heels and walk out of the room, because then people think you're quitting. I had to teach this to my kids when we first started doing this. They're like, but you're leaving and we haven't resolved this. I said, but sweetie, I'm not walking out. I'm not quitting this argument. Let's just go back to our rooms and let's come back to this in 1 hour. And now they get it. And now they get why. But you have to be really clear and put the strategy of de-escalation in place with people when things are calm. It's nothing that you do when things are bananas and the fireworks are all going off. You don't just say, stop, everybody go back to your corners, because people will be like, what the hell are you talking about? You have to, this is a peacetime strategy. You set the strategy up when things are peaceful. Okay, not when it's wartime, ultimately. So you talk about how next time when we have an argument, we're going to do this, right? And so that's what I have. And my last comment is always to keep your relationship fresh, always do new things together, right? Because when we do new things together, when we even riding a roller coaster, taking dance lessons, when we get a little bit of adrenaline generating and we feel more attracted to each other when we're doing new fun things together. So rather than going to the same restaurant, doing the same thing over and over again because you're comfortable, change it up, do something new, go to a new neighborhood, go to a new suburb, have a new kind of food, whatever. I know there's not that much we can do right now in COVID, but change things up even with your video dates, right? Do Arthur Aaron's for those of you who get advanced in your video dating and you're not, it's hard for me to just give out this advice, but Arthur Aaron, A-R-O-N, has these amazing questions. They're 36 questions that, and you stare into this person's eyes for 5 minutes straight without talking, straight into their soul. And you ask these 36 questions. And just doing this exercise has made people fall in love with each other. So I have a client that just did it and she's very close to falling in love. She lives in Pennsylvania. And I think I might have told you this story about the guy that ghosted her after 5 dates 2 years ago on her birthday. And now he came back and he is reformed and he has done the work and he knows why he ghosted her. But they did Arthur Aaron's questions and they had a ball last weekend. So I'm having her just turn the volume down because he really needs to earn her and he really needs to earn me. And so so we're just taking it really slowly, but it's amazing. And I think they're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. He would have been boyfriend and girlfriend with her 5 weeks ago. And I was like, no, slow your roll, dude. You got a lot of proving to do and you got some making up to do. So that's what I would tell you. I'm so glad that you guys are liking this advice. And so yeah, that's what I would tell you. And I know this is forward looking for many of you that aren't in a relationship yet, but you know what? I wouldn't have come up with this topic if I didn't believe that you guys were going to find the cute lid to your pot. So just trust me. I know you guys, InstaFam, okay? And I know you guys have been religiously listening to these things, and I know it's sinking in for a lot of you. A lot of you messaged me. A lot of you are taking big next steps. A lot of you are in our coaching programs. A lot of you are in the Love Lab. I know you guys are slowly taking those steps that are going to get you massive change in your dating and love lives. And I am really, really proud of all of you for being here. And I know that you're going to find love. And that is why I was telling you 7 ways to keep your relationship good, because I am putting it out there for every single one of you. Love is going to come to you. It's a when, it's not an if. Okay. So promise. Love, cute lid to your pot. That's a book title. Okay. That's it. I love that. I'm going to do that. Oh, you guys are so cute too. I'm saying, can you recap the 7 items? Sure. Somebody's saying, where do you find Arthur Aaron's questions? Just Google them. Arthur Aaron, 36 questions. Love Lab, go Angela, woohoo! Take a sip of wine. I know, Andy tells me you get so on, you forget to eat and drink. So I know I do that. So the 7 things. Number 1, practice gratitude. Number 2, let go of your resentments, right? Get rid of those things. It's mismatch expectations. Look at you. Where's your accountability in that? It's not their fault. Take your responsibility. Number 3, get physical. Do 10-second or 30-second hugs. Number 4, avoid the negativity bias. Number 5, de-escalate. Number 6, always be kind. And number 7, do new things together. Okay? Thank you. Thanks for the compliment on the nail polish. I do love blue nail polish. I'm so excited. So it's kind of my fun color. It's not my very professional work color because I don't have to do a professional media segment next week. Woohoo! Okay, you guys, to your questions. You guys were speedy demons with your questions. Let me see. I try to do the questions in the order that you guys asked them. First come, first serve, just like real life. Okay, man, is it 7:41? I've got 8, 16, 19 questions. Okay, and we have 19 minutes left. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, let's see. Discuss, is what our listener, InstaFam person. Assumption of positive intent is vital in a relationship. Hard when you've been burned. Yes, assumption of positive intent is vital in a relationship. Assume that somebody has your best interest in mind until they show red flags, right? I'm going to tell you a story of someone who might be in this Instafam, but I'm not naming any names, who sent me a message today about a gentleman that she was going out with that has been very persistent about, for their date, wanting to pick her up at her house. And she was like, no, it's okay. I can get myself there because we want to be safe. Nobody picks us up. And so he asked repetitively. And she said, the old me would have been like, dude, don't you get it? Like, what is going on? And the new revised smart dater in her said, you know what? I'm going to assume positive intent. He wants to be a gentleman. He wants to pick me up and make sure that I'm safe and get there. And so her delivery and her messaging and her assumption of his positive intent has changed the game. And I was so proud of her when I read that email today and that message that this is now how she's viewing him, is assuming positive intent. And you know what? Everybody's been burned, you guys. And if you need help knowing positive intent or not positive intent, get help, okay? Get the help. Invest in yourself. I love you guys, and you know I can be the bossy lady telling you if you're having trouble interpreting green flags or red flags, if your picker's off, if you need help with understanding positive or negative intent, you're right. You come to this with trauma, get some help around this. It doesn't go away by itself. I had people emailing me about, after I posted that narcissist video yesterday and sent it out in our newsletter with an explanation, I had people emailing me going, well, how do you fix your picker? I'm like, fixing pickers is a long job. There's no 30-minute whiz bang I can give you about how to fix your picker. It's like if you said to me, I want to lose 50 pounds, right? Okay. And it's like, I can tell you, here's a good eating plan and here's how you're going to exercise, right? A lot of the information is there. It's out there. But what's key for you guys is executing it, right? It's executing it. And doing the thing, eating in the right way, exercising in the right way, assuming the positive intent, knowing the red flags versus the green flags. That is what you need to do, and get the help around that. It doesn't happen magically. Picker fixing is our specialty. And I ran that poll last week that you guys answered, or over the weekend, of the 3 biggest problems. We help people with 3 pillars. Crushing online dating, right? We make you freaking fantastic at online dating. Great profiles, great photos. That's one leg of the stool. The second leg of the stool is fixing pickers, right? And that is a long job. That is nothing that takes Lindsay and me and Rebecca and all of us one day to do. That is a constant teaching, coaching, watching, teaching, coaching, watching, fixing pickers. It needs intervention. That's pillar number 2. Pillar number 3 is pacing dating. How do you know how to get from date 1 to date 2 and date 5 to date 6? And how do you create that dating funnel? And how do you have multiple people? And then who do you become exclusive with, right? These are the 3 pillars that we help people with. Fixing pickers. When I gave you guys 3 options, what is your most serious problem? Online dating, fixing your picker, or pacing dating? 45% of you said fix my picker. Okay, the answer is clear to me, right? And Zen Kitchen says, what if you recognize that you are the narcissist? Well, I would say you might have narcissistic tendencies. Remember, human beings, we're all selfish at the end of the day, right? We learn how to share. We learn how to be loving, but ultimately we come into this world and we scream to get fed. We are all about ourselves, right? So we all have selfish tendencies, but that doesn't necessarily make you the narcissist. If you think you are, pull out the DSM-5 that the therapists use. There's 7 different criterion that you would be diagnosed as a clinical narcissist. If you were a clinical narcissist, you wouldn't be listening to somebody like me. You wouldn't think you needed help. Narcissists are perfect. They don't need help, right? They're like, you're the problem, you're the victim, or I'm the victim, you're the crazy person. That's what narcissists do. So narcissists don't they don't seek out services like mine. People will ask me, what happens if a narcissist comes to you? I'm like, they don't. A narcissist is going to be like, I just need a matchmaker because it's just bad quality people out there. There's nothing I'm doing. I'm just not getting access to good enough people. I was like, personality, check. I'll give you a matchmaker's name. Have fun with that. It's $50,000. Go nuts, right? So that's it. So that's what I would tell you. You're right, guys. Narcissists run from people like Bela. Totally. 100%. Somebody's asking, how do you guys get the newsletter? The last email I got was about emojis. Yeah, that's right. That's our newsletter. We don't call it newsletter. It just looks like a letter that's from me. I write them. You can probably tell it's my voice. I'm coming up with different topics to try to help you guys, putting in videos. So yeah, go on to smartdatingacademy.com. If you're automatically signed up to get our newsletter if you've bought something like a webinar or the Love Lab or coaching. And if not, just fill out a contact form and just say newsletter and you'll be automatically added to our database, and then you'll be fine and nobody will bother you about, coaching or anything like that. So then you can just watch and read what we're saying. So Aparna from Netflix, from Indian Matchmaker. Oh my God. But Aparna gets better, right? And we find out that Aparna had trauma. Have you guys watched Indian Matchmaker? It's so fascinating. Aparna was like, she was really rough. And I'll tell you, we've had clients like Aparna in the beginning, and it's a brutal show for Lindsay and me. So yeah, she's hilarious, and she is totally changing. Arthur Aaron, A-R-O-N, Arthur Aaron. So is there a webinar on pickers? No, but we are. You guys, drum roll, you're the first ones hearing this. Besides previous Love Labbers, we are, because I'm listening to you guys and I want to help, we are putting together a Love Lab at the end of September. I believe it's going to be September 26th. I first offered it to Love Lab 1 attendees just out of respect and love. And then after that, by mid next week, we'll start talking about it in our database. So we're going to do a Love Lab, not a webinar, because I want to cover a lot more. And our webinars can only be an hour. So our Love Labs are 3 hours. So you will get a lot more out of it. So yeah, that's what I would tell you. So Love Lab 2 is going to be coming up. Okay, back to your questions. Okay. How do I fix my picker when no one will pick me? No one asks me on dates. Oh, well, I don't know if you're online dating, if you're messaging people as well, if you're asking people out. It's a hard thing. How do I fix my picker when no one will pick me? Oh, you and I need to do a coaching session. It sounds like you are not loving the amazing person you are, and I want you to start to love yourself. People will pick you. Right now, you're not picking yourself. I promise you the right guys are going to find you. Look around, guys. Not everybody that's in a relationship is a perfect size 0 model, no wrinkles. Are you kidding me? It's a bunch of mere mortals that are partnered up. There is a lid for every single pot, right? So absolutely, you can ask them out or start to be more aggressive with your own messaging. So that's what I would tell you. Then next question, is it okay to respond to a text as soon as you get it, or should you wait? Typically, I will tell my clients, mirror the person's response. If they answer quickly, and if you want to answer quickly, that's fine. If it takes them 3 hours to answer, then you don't need to answer it right away. You do you. I'm not recommending playing games, but there's no rule as to answering texts immediately. And if you're that person that texts immediately and gets into these text things, right? Just be careful of that, because once it's like text. There's so much room for misinterpretation of text because we lose all the context. It's like the email that we sent out that somebody referred to this week about emojis, right? If somebody says, do you want to go out? Don't say yes. Right? Use yes with the heart, yes with the smiley face, yes with an exclamation mark, throwing in 1 to 2 emojis. Match did a study that showed that people that use emojis go out on more dates because they seem warmer, they seem more flirty, they seem more fun. You guys know, if you've messaged me, I love me some emojis. I will send you the hearts, the kissy face. I love emojis because, that's my personality. So you will always get one from me if you text me. Or DM me. If you just need a heart, send me a heart and I'll send you a heart back, okay? Let's see. I prefer to date a man that doesn't have kids. Am I cutting search short in 2020? Depends on how old you are. If you're 22, you may have a pretty robust market for people that don't have kids yet. If you are mid 30s, late 30s and older, you're definitely cutting out a good swath of the population if you say no kids. Remember, you can do custom searches, right? And say, for example, on Match that you don't want kids, and you can save a search that will show you no kids, and then you can open it up to people that have had kids. So these are the things that we help people with, is setting up all these custom searches. So it's fun, and you can go to these different searches. But yeah, you might be cutting your search short depending on what age bracket you're in. So someone else, my dating experience hasn't been great. I'm afraid to get started again. Okay, now we're going to take that thought and we're going to turn it around. Your dating experience hasn't been great yet. Okay, but it will be, because now you're working with us. You're in the InstaFam. Your dating experience will be good, and it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. It's about setting expectations, right? And if your picker needs to be fixed, get some help around that. It doesn't magically get fixed, right? If your online dating profiles need help, get some help around that. Help is out there. If you're not taking the help, nobody can help you. It's like I can give you the perfect exercise and diet plan, but if you're not going to do it, it's not going to work for you. This is very much the same way. Thank God, because services like this and therapy and all of those things did not exist in this way 20 years ago. So that is what I would tell you. Get excited because your dating experience will be great. Next question, 7:53. Okay, we're doing well. Let's see. How do you know if you're dating a good guy? Dun, dun, dun. He should meet your high GHQ list, okay? And I know that I don't know you, and we don't have a high GHQ list done for you yet. But you're dating a good guy if he doesn't have red flags, if you feel like you're having fun. I'm giving you general answers. If he's consistent, if he's reliable, if he shows up for you, if he doesn't give you butterflies, there's no knot in your stomach, right? And the trajectory gets more. You start to see each other more. When you want to slow things down and not go to his house for dinner on the 4th date because you don't want to sleep with him, and he says that's totally fine, 100%, that could be a good guy. So fixing your picker, remember, it's a job, all right? It is a job. It doesn't happen magically. So if you need your picker fixed, get some help, people, because it doesn't, I'm telling you, that's why 50% of first marriages end in divorce, 67% of second marriages end up in divorce, 73% of third marriages. In today's day and age, with everything that's out there, you guys know me. If you have picker problems and you are not fixing it, people, I don't know what to tell you. Come and see me, okay? So, let's see. Next question. Is the reason so many of us need our pickers fixed because we don't know our self-worth? I love this question. There's a lot of reasons people have broken pickers. Number one reason stems back to childhood attachment stuff with your parents. If one of your parents was just unavailable to you or unavailable to you, meaning you needed more than they were giving you, okay? And I think most parents try to do their best and they don't mean to screw us up, but at the end of the day, attachment issues stem from the ages of 0 to 8 years old. It's pretty amazing. That's a major reason why pickers are off, that we tend to model our relationships based on our more dysfunctional parent, right? So that's what I would tell you. And then as we have more dating experiences and we become more accustomed to people that treat us badly and we cope with it, we develop higher coping mechanisms, we get more entrenched in having a bad picker. So it takes a while to set up new habits and neural pathways and fixing your pickers. So that's why there's a lot that goes into bad pickers. And I think the general information available in dating and relationships and in Hollywood sucks. It's wrong. Like, you shouldn't think you're going to look across the room and meet eyes with someone over mangoes at Whole Foods and it's love at first sight. That could be lust at first sight. That person hasn't proven themselves to you. You don't know anything except you think they're cute, right? But that's what we're taught to think should happen in good dating and good relationships, and that is absolutely nonsense. What's the secret to beating the algorithms when it comes to dating online? That is a whole love lab in and of itself. So it depends on the apps. It depends on the sites. There's a lot that goes into that, but there are things that you can do with that. So we do some of this in the online dating love lab. We will talk about beating the algorithms and some of our insiders tips. So if you definitely want to get into that and what your daily dating routine is and your profile and your photos, that is what September 12th is all about. How do I ask a guy if they are interested in me? Watch how they act. People show us if they're interested. If he is calling, texting, he wants to see you. If he wants to hang out, he wants to have lunch, he's taking care of you, he's doing you favors, he's cleaning your car, he's carrying his groceries, then basically that's how you can tell if a guy is interested in you. Watch what he does and what he says. If you really want to ask, you can ask, like, hey, are you interested in me? Like that, like interested. And you can, if you want to do that, but watch what this person is doing first. And then you'll have a very good gauge of if they're actually interested in you. How to date authentically long distance online during pandemic. So let's assume you're in a relationship. You got to do a lot of FaceTime, a lot of videos, play games online, cook dinner together, all the things that we've talked about before about how to authentically date. I'm assuming you're asking about being in a relationship. I don't know. And if you're asking about just how to date during COVID, use video. That's the only game in town. And it is amazing. Absolutely. The right thing to do. So I'm getting my 2-minute cutoff on Instagram. So I am sorry I didn't get to 9 questions, but I will get to them on my next Instagram Live. I won't be on the 27th because it's Andy's birthday. And so we will be doing something fun for his birthday. And so I will be skipping, unfortunately, next Thursday, but for a good reason. Husband's birthday, you got to do that. And so I hope you guys understand, but I will be back the next Thursday. We are just on the smart dating note. We have the Love Lab. The sales are closing tonight at midnight because it's almost full and we want to focus on Love Lab 2. If anybody from InstaFam, I have not put this out to our database. I think there's 2 spots left, as my assistant told me. I have the earrings. I have 2 sets of earrings for the 2 spots. If somebody decides from InstaFam that they want to buy the Love Lab, get on our site and you will be the proud recipient of the love earrings, and we will be twins. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and I get so many requests for the love earrings, so I'm gonna get more of them, and we'll do more giveaways. Tonight we'll do 2 for anybody that does Love Lab 1, closes that monster down so we can focus on Love Lab 2, and then I'll have more earrings for you guys next time. And if you do buy it tonight, tell me you're from InstaFam and you get the love earrings if you get them soon. So Chantel, everybody's telling you guys, do the Love Lab. If you're on this call, you guys, just suck it up. Do it. It's less than your rent, okay? It's worth it. You're gonna get so much, and hell, you're gonna be the proud recipient of the love earrings. And if it's one of you guys, give them to someone that you fall in love with soon, because you're going to meet the cute lib to your pot. So I love you guys. I will see you in 2 weeks. Have a wonderful couple of weeks. You'll still see me on Insta stories. And you guys, I'm going to be dropping a podcast in the middle of September. So get excited, because I'm going to have you guys help me spread the word about that, because I don't know how to spread the word except by doing things like this. So we love you guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks. I hope 2 of you guys get these earrings. And if not, I'm just going to wait for the podcast giveaway. Mwah. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.